Hey, what's going on? My name is Henry and this is Breakable program. Today I want to talk about the Overwatch League first day games and how they went in case you missed them. So on Wednesday, the league had 3 games: the San Francisco Shocks versus the LA Valiants, then the Shanghai Dragons versus the LA Gladiators, and probably one of the biggest games for this entire week, the Dallas Fuels versus Seoul Dynasty, and we'll get into why that's the biggest game for this week later. The first game with the Shocks and the Valiants was more close than what I had anticipated. The Shocks had a few good plays and took over more points in individual matches than I think most people were expecting. However, they still lost to a resounding 0-4. No big surprise, but it was a lot closer than what was expected since the Valiants are regarded as one of the better teams in the league. The second game was the Shanghai Dragons versus the LA Gladiators. This game was pretty bad to watch. I think everyone knew that the Dragons were going to lose. Most people saying that the Dragons are the definitive worst team on the league. They lost 0-4 against the Gladiators, which is not a bad team, but also not the best. And watching the Gladiators get, I think, 14 kills against the Dragons was a lot worse than what I think most people were anticipating.
Falling from Shanghai, and this should be a point.
That game being the most decisive loss anyone has ever seen. Yeah, the Dragons lost, and it seems like they're going to be staying at the bottom of the league until playoffs. If they do make it to playoffs, everyone, including the Dragons, are going to be in disbelief. And lastly, the biggest game this week was the Dallas Fuels against the Seoul Dynasty players. These two teams are regarded as best players in the league, and with only the London Spitfire team being at the same tier they are. The Dynasty players are all from South Korea, which is known to produce the best esports players, and the Dallas Fuel team have a lot of big names like Seagull, Taimu, and XQC, which are well-known players in the Overwatch community. I think just like the Dragons are the lowest ranked team in the league, Dynasty is the highest ranked team in the league, so it wasn't a surprise when Seoul beat Dallas 2-1. That's right, 2-1. It was an extremely close game at some points. The only map that Dallas got steamrolled on was on Ilios, but they did win their first map, Junkertown, and if you're wondering what happened to the fourth game, it was a draw. So even though Seoul did win by 1 game, it was extremely close, with Anubis being the longest game on the clock. It was insane. It was long. It was the best game so far, and we won't be getting 2 big teams fighting like this until actually today. The Valiants are going to be facing off against Fuel, and if you're watching this video when it comes out, the game should be starting in about 30 minutes. So if you want to watch the games live, go over to Twitch and you can watch the game there. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you Tuesday. Maybe not. Who knows?